stream on that. Well, welcome back to session 16 of this campaign. The bird is now a different colour. I don't know why I feel the need to specify that, but I finally got around to actually remembering to update tokens and stuff. So that's why the bird is a different colour. Anyway, moving swiftly onwards. We are on the 21st of May, 56 AR, and you guys have just been given all of the freedom that you want with the day. And pretty much onwards, it seems like all the issues that were occurring have just kind of vanished into nowhere. So it's just onto what you would assume is just regular day-to-day life. So yeah. So, have I turned this up slightly? Because this is... Okay, it's not too loud, I'm just being very quiet in comparison to normal. So, what would you guys like to do with the day? You've just finished, you know, having food, getting yourselves clothed and ready for the day. You can go to the Forest Guard, have a look at some stuff there, or you can have some respite, I guess. Would be the best way to put it, and just take some time to interact with each other. So, what are people doing?
First.
What?
Who wants to go first?
Oh, can I talk to Carl?
Certainly.
Yes, I would like to talk to
Does that
Carly.
Just want to make sure that doesn't conflict with anything else that anyone's wanting to do before I go ahead with that.
Nah, she could do it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise I needed your permission, Milo.
No, more asking if anybody else is planning to interact with Carl. I may have to adjust.
No, I know.
Okay, so... noises. So we start the day before the group has really gone out and done anything. Mira, you approach Carl, who's currently sitting in the front garden, just petting Rosemary.
Hi there, Carl. How are you doing after yesterday?
Oh, you mean after you drove me to insanity? Well, I'm quite well. I've been petting Rosemary and getting some dirt out of her feathers.
Well, I'm glad you're doing better, but I'm sorry that kind of happened.
Well, I'm glad that you've whatever it is hasn't fired off again. I'll put it that way. I'm definitely not happy about it, but it doesn't really seem like there was anything that could have been done to prevent that in the first place, so... Oh well.
No, I don't think so. I mean, Godfather tried to teach me about, you know, runic power and all that when I was younger, but I never really was quite good enough at it, so for it to happen now is kind of weird.
Well, at the very least, can you try to, I guess, get a grip in the nicest way possible? I'd rather not have to deal with that in future if we're, for say, going through a dangerous area, or we're having to be sneaky in that fight that triggers off again. That could compromise us completely.
Well, I say I never wanted to trigger again, but maybe in a way that can actually be helpful if I can learn to control it, I guess.
Well, if you do learn to control it, then good for you. But quite frankly, I'm still not completely happy about it, considering we're not exactly on the best foot to begin with.
No, I understand. I don't blame you for feeling that way, and again, I am sorry.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like a bit of space, please.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I'll just leave.
Okay. So, while this is happening, who do I want to come over to? Milo, you are approached by Cae.
Sorry.
Do you need a second?
Avoid my desk.
Oof.
Good evening.
You ready to go, or do you want me to give you a few more seconds?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So Cae approaches you, looking a little bit awkward. Milo, do you have a minute?
Yes, Kate? What is it?
Well, I wanted to talk about something, but it's a bit awkward, I guess. So, to put it bluntly, I think the way that my family used to describe it is that I think I have a bit of a crush on you, but I don't think that's I don't think it'd be something that would be worth chasing up, if that makes any sense. You still see me as a little girl, don't you?
Milo nods. I do.
Well, perhaps rather than me trying to, I guess, swoon you or whatever it is that those sort of people do, perhaps I can try treating it as a bit more of a like sisterly sort of friendship, I guess. Think like, I guess you're kind of like your little sister, but a bit less menacing.
I'd like that. Have you actually met Twilight?
I woke up last night and she was looming over me with her hammer, so
Oh
I
my
definitely
God.
think I've met her.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What is she? Oh.
Well, I guess I should give more context. I woke up and she was looming over me with her hammer, and then she whispered something in Infernal, I think, and then she started crawling away across the ceiling.
Fuck's sake.
I will admit it was quite funny, but I guess your little sister Twilight knows how to use climbing gear or some sort of spell.
Something for certain.
I mean,
Well,
it can't be any stranger than when she greeted you and Carl after coming back and she was crawling upside down the stairs. That was a bit weird.
you know what? I kind of forgot about that.
Well, I guess I can tell you, but me and Xanis were gonna go and ask your gran Astra about something that me and Xanis were told about a while ago about your mum. I remember when I was learning about the history of it, the history of when the Crystal Heroes went to go fight Slaven or something, that your mother was involved. And that I think they mentioned something about separating her soul and body, or something like that.
What?
Yeah. And they asked Anima to put them back together again, or something like that. Wait, has your mother never told you?
Mum, what?
Wait, you didn't know?
No.
Oh no. Well, me and Xanis were gonna ask if your granny Astra would help us out with, the whole being physically older than mentally and trying to fix the problem so that we're
Milo
not.
nods.
Cae looks a little bit concerned that she's just dropped a massive bomb, like a massive bombshell on them, before kind of awkwardly shuffling away. Sorry to bother you, I guess.
It's not a problem. Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay, it's really nice talking to you, and thanks for being nice about it.
Oh, when you get back, Carl and I have something to give to you, but we'll wait until your turn.
Okay. And Cae leaves. In the meantime, we cha-cha slide over to Penton, where Casper comes over to you and basically plops a small box down in front of you, and it's well, it's a package that arrived on our doorstep yesterday. Apparently, it's a bit of a late parcel that was supposed to be given to you a while ago, but well, let's just say complications arose. Anyway.
Parcel? Me?
Yes.
While ago?
Yes.
You checked it?
It's from the Sleeping Wolves Guild, you dolt. Sorry, dolt is probably a bit excessive.
Not a bomb. Got it.
I'm very tired. Having to deal with Twilight the whole day has been.
Pick up the parcel.
Casper lets Penton have a poke at the parcel. Are you opening it? Sorry, I need to.
After listening very carefully for the sound of ticking, yes.
You hear no ticking, and as you open,
About talking.
no, there are no clock noises emanating from this. If you're expecting a bomb, there is no bomb inside of it. Inside is a letter in unfamiliar handwriting, and a large jacket. Wow, I say large. It looks bigger than it is in the box because of how it's folded. But you'd say it's a pretty fancy looking jacket. Let me just get my brain cells engaged, please. You'd say the jacket inside the box kind of reminds you of your own, except from instead of the fancy white patterns and edging with the darker material, it's more of a blackish crimson color with golden markings on it. I would like, I'm assuming you're picking it up. As you pick it up, I would like you to roll a history check.
Okay. Fuck, I have +7 to history. Go on.
Do you want me to check for you?
I've still got. No, I've not got temp boost on. Just genuinely +7. Yeah, 21.
Oh, I know why. It's because your last level up, you increased your intelligence, and you're proficient in it, I think. Where is it? Yeah, you're proficient in history. So, yeah. What did you roll?
21.
21. You recognise both the jacket, well, to a lesser extent the jacket, but you recognise the letter and the handwriting as Lupus's. You haven't opened the letter yet, but the jacket has a slightly earthy, almost like lavender kind of smell to it. as though it's been recently cleaned, but it's clearly been a jacket that has been used quite a bit.
Right on, I guess.
Pardon?
Drop a controller on the floor as well. Just on my... For some reason it was on my lap, and I don't know why.
Genius. So, could you repeat what you said you were going to do?
I said try it on, I guess.
As you try it on, it fits quite snugly. As though it's kind of like an older jacket. But it fits quite snugly, and it's very warm. Like, almost like a comforting kind of level of warm. And it's very clear that this jacket has been hand-tailored to fit a slightly slimmer form. So you'd imagine it's probably one of Lupus's old jackets that he's not using. Are you going to read the letter?
Yeah, sure.
Inside the letter, as you open it and read through it, it asks how Xanis is behaving and how you're getting along with dealing with him, and that the jacket inside has been sent as a little something to help handle Xanis if he gets a bit panicky or he's getting a little bit out of control. That having something familiar on your person or given to him might be able to help keep him mellowed out a bit.
Yeah.
So I ask you a question here. Are you going to give this jacket to Xanis, or are you going to keep hold of it and put it in with your personal belongings? I love how the music dropped down.
The gift for him, is it?
It's not specified who the gift is for.
I'll keep it for now.
Okay. So you go upstairs to the little area you've been sleeping in, and just pop it in your backpack with the intention of, keeping it about, so if Xanis starts having troubles again, that you can just pop it out your bag and there you go. Assistance provided. Okay, in the meantime, I have... are you gonna go and find Xanis, or have you got other things to do?
I can see how he's doing.
Sure. So as you go to find... You're gonna head off to go find Xanis. In the meantime... Mirror. I'm pretty sure
Good
you've
evening.
got... Oh, fucking hell, hello. I believe you have a thing planned with the sea. Not the actual sea, but...
Yes, we're going to dive into the ocean, yes.
Mood. Vibration noises.
Okay. Oh, that rattled my teeth. Oh my god, no, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, don't do that. That sounds unpleasant. So why is my thing muted? Okay. So, what are you planning to do?
I'm gonna see if I can find Simon.
Okay. So... Oh, sorry, give me a second.
As you know, I'll go find Cae first, actually.
Okay, sudden shift of tone, but yeah, sure, we'll go for it.
Sorry, we'll go find the Cae.
Okay, so... okay.
Your hint did not go by me very well.
Yeah, you've got a one-track mind today.
You know it.
So you go to find Cae, who is currently sitting on like this little like swinging bench outside, just writing in a book.
Oh, hi, Kay.
Oh, hi Mira.
How are you doing after yesterday?
Well, I've been better. There's Carl took me down pretty quick, and Mary hit me. The glaive's left a little bit of a wound, but I've managed to treat most of it. It's just stiff and achy around there now.
Yeah, I feel the same way after you kind of whacked me, though I know I do kind of deserve it. I'll make sure not to, do that again.
Yeah, you did nearly kill me.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I appreciate it. It's been quite the ride since we got here at the guild, huh?
Yeah, I know that, well, I've caused you a lot of pain and troubles before, and, well, we were supposed to have been friends for a really long time, but I don't know how much you actually even felt like that.
Well, to put it in a way that makes enough sense. I still think of you and Xanis as childhood friends, and while I don't think me and Xanis see eye to eye anymore after went off on Lupus, or basically personally attacked his dad, but it feels kind of like I've venting those emotions has kind of pushed everyone away. I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, it's difficult. I can't think of a better way to word it.
No, I think I understand. I mean, you did have to deal with a lot, and, well, you have been through a lot, and I guess it just became too much at one point. I know you had good intentions, but I guess it just came out the wrong way.
Yeah, well, part of me was thinking about, temporarily leaving the group, but after a bit of consideration, probably not the best idea.
I mean,
So,
it is your decision at the end of the day, but I would miss you. I mean, I know we've not had the best of relationship lately, but I do still want to be friends with you and rekindle what we had.
well, after me and Xanis go and sort some stuff out later, maybe this evening we could go and I don't know, go fishing or something.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. Diana used to show me how to fish quite a lot.
Yeah, I remember. I remember hearing quite a lot that your estate had a lot of problems with intruders.
You mean my friend?
Yeah, I guess you call them that.
Well, every now and then these people did try to climb the fence to get into the estate, and then whenever I would see them, I go under them, and I would go running up to them, going, "Oh my God, it's my friends!" And then they would run away from me because I'm pretty sure that they thought that we were playing tag and I was it, and I know that they don't want to be it, but I'll get them one day. I will win.
Well, I mean, maybe now that you know some spells and stuff, you could chase after them.
Oh my God, I could cast Slogar on all of them. Okay, genius. I will not be it finally for the first time in 22 years.
Cae just sits there with a smile on her face and gets up. Well, I'm gonna go and sort out my clothes for later. I've got gonna be a bit busy with Xanis for a while, so probably want to freshen up a little bit.
Okay, I'll see you later then. Have fun.
I will. Anyway, after that's occurring, we move back to Penton, who has finally found where Xanis is.
I did.
There you go. Oh, hi Penton.
Hell no.
Fine. Why are you asking?
Just a lot happened recently. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be?
My duty, after all.
Duty this, whatever. You know, you don't have to look after me, but I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah. Something on my mind a lot recently.
Yeah? What is it?
I just wanted to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like having two dads?
Well, it's good, but it's also kind of awkward as well. Like, they're really nice and they're really cool and they're super smart and they're really good at fighting and loads of other stuff. They've got loads of friends, but I used to go to this school with loads of other people. And I forget what the town was called now. It was a while ago. I used to get bullied a lot for having two dads. They used to call me horrible names and would think I was weird because I didn't have a mum.
How you feel, kid?
But it's fine.
Bullied for having no dads.
Well, I guess it was kind of my fault that I got kicked out of that school in the end. I may have broken a boy's nose. I punched him really hard. I punched him really hard because he said a mean thing about my dad.
Yeah, he probably deserved it.
Yeah, not my smartest move, but after
You should care about.
after Papa Wolf and Papa Fox found out that I was getting bullied a lot, they decided to homeschool me. So that's why all of the elite I get on with all of the elites, even Crimson when he's being a bit of an ass.
They're pretty smart then.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, Papa Wolf is probably a lot smarter than Papa Fox, but Papa Fox seems to kind of mellow out Papa Wolf. They're like, they're kind of like yin and yang, but not at the same time.
Think you're smarter than me?
Probably.
Ouch, my feelings.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm kidding, kid. It's fine.
Well, yeah, I'd say that Papa Wolf is definitely really smart because he knows so many spells and those weird symbols. I think they're runes. Yeah, he called them runes. I think something like that. And
that was that crazy shit that Mira did.
Yeah, although
yeah.
They're normally a lot more controlled than that. Mira's was something new I haven't seen before. Not exactly the best example, but
What happened to you, runes, as well,
then? Kind of.
It's this whole thing. I don't know.
Well, my Papa Wolf and Papa Fox. How do I explain it? They're like Jasper, but not. They're kind of like werewolves, but cooler and less evil. Although Papa Fox is a little bit different, but they explained it a lot better than I do. But I think they called it a lunar lichen or something like that. And apparently I can do that too.
I think you did do that, kid.
I did? Oh yeah, I did.
You're around like a rag doll.
Hey, chew toy.
Still leaks.
Sorry. But no,
Okay.
it's kind of linked in with runes because it's supposed to be unleashing a, I think it's something like a kind of like a power that's in you from what was his name? I think it was a god, this really big god called Lunarius, something like that.
Huh? Tell me more about your dad then.
Which one?
So we'll go one at a time. What things does he like?
Oh, well, I see him like, I think he likes fighting a lot because I see him do it quite often, and he seems to really like cooking. It makes the tastiest meals I've had.
Maybe you could teach me a thing or two. I'm a bit of an amateur cook.
You cook? I mean, sorry,
Yeah, I cook.
no, no offense meant, but you really don't seem like the kind of person who would cook.
To know me then, yeah. Clearly you don't.
Well, I guess.
I'll
You
teach
have to tell
something
me.
someday. I feel like your dad probably would have taught you already.
Yeah, kind of. I always end up sneezing when I have to use powders while cooking, especially flour. Makes me sneeze all the time.
Anything else? What really drives him?
I remember him saying to Papa Fox at some point that it was fear, and trying to make sure that, like, fear of not doing anything and not protecting people. I guess that's why he likes fighting so much, to keep everybody else safe and happy, like me.
Sounds nice. I think he doesn't like thing I should avoid. I mean, anything that should be avoided.
Xanis is going to roll an insight check. Let me get my dice out because for once I forgot to get them out. Xanis is going to roll insight. Can you roll a charisma? Do you want to roll anything in counter to this, or?
Penton's pretty good at covering his tracks. He slips up.
Never mind. That is a natural 1, and that's not going to do anything. Xanis takes a moment to pause and try and work out why Penton's asking questions, but just shrugs. Well, I do know that he finds people that complain and point at their problems and say that they can't do anything about it. Like, I remember, I'm trying to remember who it was now. I remember him and Crimson used to fight a lot because Crimson would would ask Papa Wolf to try and resolve a problem for him. They used to fight quite a lot. But I
don't think I've ever heard the name Crimson.
Oh, he's one of Papa Wolf's elites. He's a bit weird.
Okay.
He's a bit of an asshole as well, but
I've not really gotten to know many people around here. I've been a bit quiet. Understand. Yeah. I've been trying to myself give everyone an arm's length to make sure that I'm safe. It's a new place. I didn't know anything about it, and I was left for dead when I got here. So.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, I remember
an enemy until proven.
I remember Papa Wolf telling me a similar story that happened to him. I think it was when after he'd fought some really mean dragon gods that were making people suffer because they were having an argument. And that's when I think that's when he ended up bumping into evil Granny before she turned into a monster, and then had to go on this big adventure to fight a scary Hydra. It was a really cool story, but it kind of sounds like yours. But he had Papa Fox with him for a little while, so he wasn't entirely alone.
Must be nice. Can I go with you for a sec, kid?
Yeah.
I have one more question. You don't have to answer it.
Mhm.
Both your dads.
Huh?
Your upbringing seem real great, real nice, and I'm just wondering, what's your secret? How do you keep them around?
I don't know. I guess.
I clearly did something wrong.
No. From what Nova was trying to find out, I'm pretty sure that if your parents didn't keep you about, then maybe they weren't worth having. I mean, maybe you could ask like some of the higher ups of the guild. Maybe they could be like family to you, kind of like the elites are for me. They're like all of my aunties and uncles, and kind of like brothers and sisters as well.
Keep that in mind. It's not a bad idea.
Well, I mean, I kind of think of you like a brother. I know, because Papa Wolf and Papa Fox only have me. So,
Xanis.
it's okay. Oh, and
I sometimes think of you as my little brother as well. I have one, so
well,
to have someone to look after.
well, can I?
Into mischief with.
Yeah, can I say something that might seem a little strange?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, kid.
I don't normally sound like this. I tend to sound a bit more like this, but I put up a bit more of a childish tone so that people tend to do what I want. Because people are going to be more willing to listen to someone who talks like this than someone who talks like this.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, you'd already figured that out?
I've known for a while now. Perception's my game. Living. I was the one's putting up a front.
Well, paying attention
I was
clearly
waiting for
doesn't
you
seem to
until
be.
you were ready to say.
Well, paying attention clearly doesn't seem to be your strong point. And Xanis is holding in his hand your coin pouch.
Come on, kid. I'm bearing my innermost here. I mean, it's impressive, but I'm in a place.
Well, I guess call it something that I picked up from you. Learn from the best. Anyway.
Put that back now, please.
Fine.
Thank you.
And Xanis very lightly tosses it back to Penton. Anyway, something I should probably tell you. Me and Cae are gonna go ask the goddess lady, Astra, if you remember her name, to help us resolve some problems with the whole being aged thing.
How the hell would you solve that?
Well, long story short, so it doesn't get too confusing. A while ago, they had a similar problem with one of their friends. So they tried to fix it, and well, they kind of fixed it, but because she ended up having to be changed, so she ended up being older than she was. So me and Cae were wondering if we could have something similar done for us. Because of the whole thing with Mase.
don't quite follow. I get. I don't follow. I'm sorry.
Well, think of it like this. Because we were magically aged, our bodies are kind of out of sync with our mind. Kind of like a music band. There's that one instrument that's kind of out of place. So what me and Cae are going to try and do is ask Astra to try and fix things a little bit. To get our brains to catch up with our bodies.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah. Kind of like having to retune a clock with the little hands. Or trying to remember how to trick someone with those cards.
Well, if anyone can help, then it's gonna be a god.
Yeah. Anyway, I should get moving. Cae's probably waiting for me. And
Okay.
Xanis very very briefly gives Penton a quick hug before dashing off in the other direction to go and find where Cae is.
And scene.
During this, because I need to go and get a plaster because I've somehow stabbed myself in the foot. Penton, after this lovely little interaction with Xanis, something else comes to your mind relating to the struggles you were having to effectively assist Xanis while he was having his meltdown, if you will, before he turned that big wolf thing. Would you like to go and find Milo?
Oh.
Okay. So, Milo, you are approached by Penton, which is a little bit unusual, but the two of you, go ahead. Please interact with one another.
Oh, Milo.
Penton, hello.
Yeah, I don't worry. I'm as shocked as you are. But it pains me to say this. I need your help. That's not a you thing. It's not getting help from you. It's getting help in general. I need your help.
Hoping it's medical related.
Somewhat. You know how you told me about the 5 things you can see, 5 things you can hear? Well, I tried to use that. And the thing I said, Duncan, I don't really know what I'm doing. Because you clearly seem to, so I was wondering if you could teach me. I don't feel like I'm supposed to be looking after the kid, and honestly, I'm doing a pretty shitty job.
I mean, I'm guessing this was after what happened with the dream, not the night before.
I tried to help him. Completely freaked out. Transformed. Up. A fucking ragdoll. Took me all about. Left me on the floor.
I mean, was it either like you couldn't remember the technique, or was it just not proving effective with Xanis in that moment?
You completely blanked me. No recollection of at all towards me.
Well,
I wasn't even there.
what
I do when that's the case. I keep butting in.
Well, Well, I guess really, if he wasn't responding, the best thing he could have done was be there for him. I mean, it ended up with you being dragged about everywhere. But sometimes it's a technique to ground people back into reality, but some can dissociate to the point where they no, yes. Dissociating to the point where he basically wasn't in our reality. And ultimately, Xanis kind of was the one to pull himself out to a certain degree. I mean, I'm not quite sure what he turned into. I feel like that had some sort of influence to some certain degree.
I'm assuming it was the runes thing again, because before that
assume.
happened, his face was covered in all these patterns.
Really? Interesting.
Hands were bleeding a lot, so I tried to, if I could, to treat them before I did anything else. Before I even got a chance to try. Tell the kid. All of that happened.
Oh. You tried, and sometimes that's the most that people can ask for. And you were there, even if you weren't able to do much in that moment. You should be proud of yourself, Penton.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for the advice, Milo. Have a good day.
Alright, if you ever need me to remind you of the technique, just come and approach me and I'll give you a quick demonstration, I suppose.
Cheers. Gonna leave.
Okay, so that was a experience. Anyway, now my foot is not bleeding somehow. What is gonna happen now? God knows, because I'm almost through all of my notes and it's only like an hour, not even an hour into the session. Sorry, I'm snorting at myself. We are going to move over to Xanis and Cae, who are currently heading up to Astra's office. And Xanis is the first to approach Astra. Granny Astra?
Hmm? Yes, dear?
We've come to ask for some help. I'm assuming you kind of got told what happened with, Mase, yeah? About me and Cae?
I have a general idea. He physically aged you, but your mental state hasn't quite aged with you.
Well, we were wondering if you could help with that. I remember Papa Wolf telling me that every god and goddess has their own little dimension where time flows differently, and it flows differently in certain places. So it's faster in some places and slower in others.
Yes.
Well, I don't suppose you could put me and Cae in there and, I don't know, use your god magic or something to stop us aging physically, but let us age mentally? I don't know. I'm not good with magic. That's more Cae's expertise.
Yes, I can do that for the both of you. It's going to take some time. And quite possibly what feels like years for you is going to end up being a matter of a few hours here. I'm assuming that you've talked to some people?
Yeah. I have. I've spoken to Penton, and I think Cae spoke to a couple of other people. So we should be good.
Yes. Alrighty then. Astra's going to I'm guessing, open up a portal.
Yeah. So
Yeah, to her little pocket dimension, I assume.
yeah.
Come. And she's going to just usher them.
Okay. So the two of them without much contention, the two follow through, and I'm pretty sure Astra's well aware enough of her own dimension to know roughly where to put Xanis and Cae in there, so they both kind of, while they might both be in that dimension for the same period of time, they catch up with their respective ages. So
Yeah.
and then with the Tihi power of a god, prevent the physical aging while allowing them to mentally. We're gonna say we leave them in to bake for half a day. Sorry, I'm just imagining Astra gets like a little egg timer. Sorry. Just ding. Oh, the kids are ready. I have issues now.
Oh my god.
I have issues.
Yeah.
That's a headcanon thing. That's not actually what's happening. Astra just pops them in and just waits. I'm assuming it's just gonna wait about. Okay, sorry, I can't get that mental image out my head now. I'm just a fucking little egg timer. I need to make a meme of that. Anyway, before I get too gritty and smiley, we move over to... Oh god. We move over to Milo and Carl. Because that's one of the 4 things I have written in my notes left that's not gonna collide with potential timing. Wait. Oh god, I'm having to do timing. Screech. Oh, okay. So, Milo and Carl. Oh god, I need to stop making weird noises. Anyway, yes, the 2 of you. So, Milo, you are approached by Carl, who has brought Rosemary with, and she appears to be. She is now definitely a much more visible, different color than before.
Oh.
Brother.
Yes.
Rosemary seems to have definitely grown a bit. She's different.
You could say that again.
If I remember correctly, Sieg was telling me about as a chocobo gets stronger with their trainer, or I guess I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good way that doesn't make Rosemary sound like like a pet or something, but it seems like she's growing quite strong if she's changing color. She's like a purplish. The underside of her feathers are more of like a darker brown color. It's quite fascinating.
Well, she's beautiful.
Yeah, I quite like the shade of her feathers, and they're very multi-toned if you look at the underside of them as well. Anyway, that's not why I came to speak with you, brother. Tell me, how are you feeling after yesterday?
Empty.
Be honest with me. Empty. Well, I suppose that makes sense. But we killed the thing that killed Anna. And I think that's the most we can do for now, unless you intend to try and contact some sort of spirit medium or something, I don't know.
No.
Well, perhaps I could show you something that might cheer you up a little bit.
Sure.
Come now, brother. Take my hand, and I'll show you. But you have to close your eyes. You have to close your eyes after a certain point, or it'll ruin the surprise.
Takes his hand.
I'm just gonna pop that on the screen while I do this. Oh my god, okay. So... Okay, so... As you two are heading towards whatever it is, Mira, you
Good
end up.
evening.
Good evening. You end up wandering into Jasper.
Oh, Jasper. What are you up to?
Oh, hi, Maria. Not much to be honest. Just walking around. Oh, by the way, how did your date go from before?
Oh, it was so good. We went and we had shark. It was such a good shark. I loved it.
Really sharp.
Yeah, it was so good. Like, he's really nice. Like, your brother's great. I like him.
Oh, I'm glad. He's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. I'm sure you get along fine.
Oh yeah, we're getting along splendid. I hope I can see him again soon. I kind of miss him.
I think he's going home in a few days, so you know,
Yeah, I
make
kind of
sure you
need
talk to
to.
him before he leaves.
Yeah, I need to. I really need to see him again since well, we kind of got interrupted before.
What?
Well,
Because of the No, you would have had to be already asleep for that. So
yeah, I mean, we got
What did-
interrupted twice. So like, first time was when we got into the hotel because I went to his room. We were playing board games. Now, can I just say, your brother's quite good at Jenga, but oh my god, he has like the flexibility of a rubber band that's been stretched so much that it's borderline snapping, like hanging on to a thread. He has no bottom leg strength. He fell on top of me. He's so bad at Twister.
is that so? Okay.
Yeah, he's really bad at Twister. You need to tell him he needs to work on his bottom half strength.
You know, I don't think I will, to be honest, Maria.
That's alright. I'll tell him next time I see him. And then, you know, he fell on top of me, and then as things were just kind of like moving along, I felt like this like weird thing in my head, like like I sensed it back when we were back in Girathina, and it just reminded me of the librarian. You know about the
I mean,
librarian?
What do you mean a weird thing that reminded you of a librarian?
Well, we were getting a bit noisy, and then I think that whoever was next door got a bit fed up and like telekinesis, not like telepathy, like told us to shut up. And I just felt really disturbed because like it wasn't any kind of magic. I felt it, but it wasn't like it reminded me of the librarian. It wasn't librarian.
So incredibly strange, Maria.
I know! Like, I think it may have been, like, her sister or, like, a sibling, because definitely, like, the same sort of absolute malice of, I'm going to kill this child. And then it was like, you know, I think he felt it too. So then we just went to bed, and then he helped me, and it was like, oh my god, it was so nice and warm. And then, obviously, everything went wrong, and I had to get up and then leave, and
Well, at least the date before that was good, right? So
that was great. I loved it.
Good.
Simon's great. He really makes me feel normal.
Really?
Yeah. Just like, everyone thinks that I'm kind of weird, and I am kind of weird, but he just like, you know, he treats me like I'm not so strange.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I'm quite weird too, and he does treat me like I'm not crazy, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's also nice to just have someone who isn't judging you for everything that is and isn't related to you. Like, I mean, he did ask about me being an Atisa, but then he asked a lot of things about me too. I've never really had someone be interested in me like that before.
Good.
I better go and see if I can find him if he's going to be leaving soon, because there's no way I'm letting him go without saying goodbye. It's not happening.
Yeah. See you later.
Okay, bye!
Bye.
Okay, then. That just happened. Okay,
Welcome to the
so
life of Maria.
yes. So Mira, we're gonna continue following you as you go
Oh,
to
good
try and find. Oh, good
Oh, I
God!
just
Yeah.
wiped my teeth in my glass. Oh!
Ow. So as you're oh my God, I am so ready for this.
I am
so
not.
you start heading toward your feet. Kind of already know their way. They trace themselves back to the hotel, where you rummage around your pocket, and as you remember that you still have the little key into Simon's room.
Oh, good God.
Right there.
No. I'm sorry, I keep looking at the picture.
Stop.
For context viewers, it's the taiko drum, and it says first I bang the drum, then I bang your mom.
As you arrive, you head up to Simon's room where he is packing up a few things. Okay, I can hide this now, or I can re-show the screen. So as you go to unlock the door, and you find, you open it, you find that Simon is just packing up the last of his things. There is a spare change of clothing. You're assuming like a large length of cloth, kind of like an extra large towel, if you will, for bathing, whatever. You know, your general last night before moving. And he turns to Mira. Ah, Mira, hello. I wasn't quite expecting you. How can I help?
Well, Jasper told me that you're probably leaving soon, so I thought I would try to find you.
Oh, what for? And he has a
Well-
slight smirk on his face.
Well, because obviously you're leaving soon. I want you to say goodbye, and because you know, everything going on.
Well, I suppose that makes sense. Well, I've just finished packing up my things. I'll be leaving tomorrow morning. Well, very early tomorrow morning, since the boat that I'll be taking is quite they're quite insistent on leaving in the early hours of the morning. Before sunset, apparently. Doesn't make sense to me, but
Yeah, maybe they just want the waves to be nice. I don't know, but I'm just thinking, cause can I like knock on the wood next to the side that the librarian's sister was in,
yes.
like the wall?
Yes, you knock on the wall, there is nothing.
Well, I'm just thinking since last time there was someone next door, and I'm pretty sure there's no one in that now. So I think we are quite alone, if you catch my drift.
Simon bites his lower lip, moves towards Mira, closes the door behind her. Well, I'm assuming you're referring to that.
Yeah, because you are really bad at Twister, and I think we need to work on your your legs. We gotta get that better.
Well, I guess you could consider it an exercise, but not exactly exercise in the typical sense. And Simon whispers into Mira's ear what he's referring to, just so he's being clear.
Oh, I mean that would be really good. Yep, that will definitely work your core. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I think we can work on that. Uh-huh.
So anyway, Simon proceeds to place his hands on Mira's waist and lead her over to the other side of the room, where the two will enjoy each other's company for the foreseeable. So anyway, Mira, please go on mute before you explode. I just imagine Mira screeching now the mic's off. Anyway, Milo. God damn it, that's terrible timing!
Yeah.
So, hold on. I'm having to drag my mouse to copy something. Give me 2 seconds. So, Carl looks at you. Well, brother, it's you can open your eyes now. I'm just gonna wait for the general party reaction.
I'm going to open my... What the fuck?
Oh my god, they're not even lined up with the They're not lined up with the board. This bugs me.
What the fuck?
Well, brother, I thought it would be nice to do something for the group. So myself and Sieg have been training up some yellow chocobos from that we found in the forest. They were all either injured or they were probably going to be killed by bandits. And we gave them the choice to run away if they wanted, but they ended up staying, which was unusual. So we just had an excess of chocobo. So let me take you through them. This one is parsley. This one is basil. This one is cumin. This one is cinnamon. This one is oregano. This one's thyme. This one's paprika. This one's turmeric. And this one's cayenne.
Milo has his head in his hands.
Brother, are you okay?
Oh!
Oh my god, I'm looking for the mic. Brother?
If I get time, we have a deal.
What? Oh, you want... Oh, sure. I guess.
Yes.
Sieg helped me train them up, and I was planning on distributing them, I guess. I was thinking of I think I've got an idea of who I'm gonna give to who already, but you can have time, I guess. Although I was thinking of renaming one of them to. I was thinking of renaming one of them, but I don't know.
Which one?
I don't know. I think the one called Turmeric. I was thinking of calling her Sage. She seems like a slightly older, wiser bird. Yes, I shall call her that. Don't mind me changing the name. He, smiley face. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that, and I've already worked out who I'm gonna give to who, but they're going to be our little surprise. They're going to be my little surprise. I've arranged with Mother to have them transported over to the Sleeping Wolves Guild. So when we go out adventuring, we can take the mounts with us. They won't be as... They'll take a little while, but we should eventually be able to train them up quite nicely. So, what do you think, brother?
It's wonderful, brother.
I'm glad. Okay. While this is happening, oh god, here we go. So Carl seems pretty happy with the fact that, you know, that Milo seems to have some genuine pride, and it's making I think I did this right. Now I have to actually remember. Yep. Wait. Oh no. Okay. Just because I know these two are gonna fucking murder each other over it. Bonk. So while this is occurring, we move over to Jasper.
Hello.
So you've ended up wandering about, and you can see Alistair training practicing his fencing with a dummy in the back garden of the house.
Oh, hi, Alistair.
Yes, Jasper? Can I help you?
I
I'm in the middle of
realised I
something.
don't... Well, I was just... You don't seem that busy, to be honest.
A noble's mind should be as sharp as his blade, and if my blade is not something I'm used to, then my mind is not sharp. So, while it may not seem like I'm busy, I am very much busy. So, how can I help you?
Well, I was just gonna say that I don't know much about you, so I figured we'd have a conversation. But if you're too busy, then I can just find something else to do, I guess.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Cool.
Good day.
Okay. Fail. That was a failure. Oh, that was okay. Then I'm just gonna walk away. Yeah.
Okay.
Really awkwardly. Just wander around.
So, as the day goes on, the group end up slowly kind of collating back together. Shut up. I see that in the... Okay. The only people that aren't present are Mira, who's already kind of generally made her intentions clear that she's kind of busy. But everybody else has kind of noticed that Xanis and Cae are not present. Aside from, I think, Penton and Milo, and that's about it. So, Jasper, Alistair, and Carl mention about Xanis and Cae not being present. Does anybody want to explain to them where the hell they've gone?
They wanted to go and ask Gran for some help.
What about fixing the aging one?
Yes.
I didn't really understand it.
Basically to speed up their mental state to fit their older bodies since they were magically aged.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense when you say it like that.
Okay, so we'll go from top to bottom. So Mira, actually, we'll wait until. Wait, are you gonna? Sorry, I'm
I
trying
got
to remember
dinner in
timings.
10
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah, I'll do it after I come back. I will tell you when I'm back.
Okie dokie. So Milo will do. We won't do you, although I'm sure people
Oh.
probably do want to do you, but that's not the. Anyway, you want to go and speak to.
I want to
okay,
go
yeah.
speak to Mama.
Mother dearest. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to try and find her first. Is she in the house?
Yes. You can hear her having a conversation with Casper upstairs, talking about something that's recently occurred on Caleris, but you can't really hear enough from where you are unless you snoop in.
Marlo's just going to call up Ma as he walks down the corridor.
Okay. Yes, dear. You can come in.
Alright, Marlo comes in. Is it alright if I could talk to either of you if you have the time?
What is it about, dear?
Something that I saw, but not quite. It didn't make sense, really.
Sure, dear. Casper, would you mind going and prepping some of the things for dinner, please? And Casper leaves the room, leaving Milo and Karina alone. What is it, dear? You seem troubled.
Well, when Cole and I went out to kill the death cat that killed Annalise, it dropped her pendant. But when I picked it up, I saw a bunch of things.
Yes?
And they don't quite make sense. There was this massive crystalline hand that clawed through a wall. Then I saw the guildmaster missing an arm and a leg, and on the other side of the room was the same goblin man we saw in the forest. And with them was the monstrosity that was in the dream that we had all together. And then I must have been in someone else's body, I guess, looking down at a crest of a phoenix.
Oh,
Like,
dear. Tell me, was the phoenix, what was it doing on the crest? Was it spread-eagled, or?
I don't remember.
Well, if it is spread-eagled, like, with its wings spread wide, if that's as much as you can remember with just the bird, then it could be the Atisa family crest. Which, I'm not really sure myself, but perhaps it could be worth asking. I guess worth asking Lupus when he comes back to collect your group to take back to Girathina.
Right. Also, Mum,
Yes?
Kay mentioned that you were one of the crystal heroes. Is that true? And about, you having to be put back together?
Well, it's a long story, but during the battle, I was one of the crystal heroes. I was working with Anima, much like I am now. But I was taken away. And you remember I told you about that horrible woman, Dalius, who used to run one of the towns on Karos.
Yes, I remember.
Well, she was working with with the evil god, with Slaven's malice. You remember I told you how they were two separate things at that point. Well, they pulled my soul from my body. So while I was still a young girl, my magical energy took on a slightly older form, probably accelerated by Dalius by some means. And they made a pact with Anima to reattach my magic and my soul to my body, but unfortunately, because the two were massively different to one another, it caused my body to change somewhat. I apologize if it bothers you.
No, it's fine. I was just surprised, I guess.
It's not something that I'm the most talkative about, I suppose.
Would you like me to keep it a secret from the others?
I would prefer that you kept quiet about it. It's not exactly the most comfortable information, if you will.
All
But
right.
you're welcome to tell your brother if you think that would make it easier to deal with it. What are you doing at this point, Milo?
Milo's going to prepare to leave the room. Thanks, Mum. See you later.
It's alright, dear. Go and enjoy your evening. I'm sure your friends will be back later. Okay. Okay. I'm just checking some odds and pieces. Oh god, here we go. Where is the thing? Where's the thing? Where's the thing? I found it. Okay, so where is? Sorry, I'm just grabbing a couple of things. Okay, so whilst this is occurring, we move. We move over to the realm of the Harvest Goddess, where Astra, Xanis, and Cae currently are. Astra finds. Astra, as you've put the two young, I guess, kids, quote unquote, in the appropriate places so that they'll age correctly. You feel a force enter the I guess attempt to enter your domain. You are allowed to. I will give you the choice as to whether or not you will allow it to have access.
Is there any way to identify?
You could certainly try. I say certainly try? How would you like to do so? Via asking, or via using your Arcana or Religion checks to figure it out?
First, I will ask, and if I get no response, I'm going to try and do an Arcana to see if I can recognize their magical presence.
So, as you go to ask, are you doing it verbally or using your deific telepathy to do so?
I guess ask. Don't just voicing out.
Okay, so as you do so, the response you get is just a singular L.
Serious? Bruh!
As though just giving a singular letter of the name should give a general indication.
It could be one or two things. It could be lupus or it could be something else. It could be lupus, it could be Lilith. There's a lot of people with L's here, I'm saying.
Okay, well then, would you like to roll Arcana?
Yes, please.
Okay.
That's a nat 20, total 65.
Yeah, it's lupus.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It appears that Lupus is trying to access the realm of the Harvest Goddess via some means you're not entirely sure, but
I'll let him in.
okay, so Lupus appears, and I just want to kind of give a short summary of what the scenery is. It's very much like your stereotypical kind of Garden of Eden. There's a massive hedge that spans off into the distance, and it's quite, well, I guess lush is the best way to put it. The plants here are thriving to such an extent that you'd be forgiven for assuming that this will be a different a different god's dimension, such as the god of life, or any of the other deities that are revolving around plants and just general positive, like, life-related elements. My brain is being slow, forgive me. But Lupus enters, almost as though basically stepping through a portal. Well, it's, good to see you again, Astra. Well, I have some good news, and I have some awkward news, and generally some strange news, I guess.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's not bad, kind of bad. It's...
Just so you know, Xanis and Cae are here.
That's fine, they've been told to stay put, and I highly doubt that either of them are going to want to move from where they are, especially considering it will increase the amount of time, or slow the amount of time that they've been here.
Alright, hit me with the news.
Well, the bad news, I guess we'll start off with that, is, we've had to recently evacuate one of the gods from... I guess... Do you remember... I told you that you were your current form, if you will, is your only one, whereas some of the other gods have the ability to change between the way they are depicted as their deity, as their, I guess, deity selves, and something more human-like.
Yes, if I recall, Anima did that?
Yes, very much. Well, we recently had to evacuate Siren from one of the islands, as she was being herself. We'll put it that way. Think the way that Diana can be around young children or her worshippers that come up to be blessed and have their children become Shadar Kai elves, but replace the excessive levels of joy with music and trying to seduce men and women alike. She got a bit overwhelmed, which was quite funny. Myself and a couple of my operatives had to extract her. That's your bad news. And Lupus is very clearly currently trying to hide a massive grin on his face. There's clearly no bad news here. He's just f***ing with you.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just sitting there imagining Lupus trying his hardest not to fucking grin. I can't show this on stream because she's almost naked. Thank you, Final Fantasy VIII Designs. Anyway, the good news is that we've managed to somewhat resolve the problem we had with Phallo. Somewhat. If you're okay with me talking about that, then I can elaborate a bit.
I don't mind.
Well, the good news is that she's not completely gone the wrong way. I just finished having a conversation with her about why she stopped getting in contact with us all those years ago. Turns out she sent a letter to us both, asking us if we could arrange for Tark's assassination, about 3-4 years after she brought him back.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that Tuck intervened.
Yes, Fele recently mentioned that she'd sent the letter, so... But, well, she was hoping that we would deal with Tuck between the two of us. So it would seem that she's not completely without thought. Perhaps we can arrange to go and visit her with me and you after she's recovered a bit.
Alright.
I'm aware that you and Paradise are pretty upset with her. And trust me, I'm well aware of how you feel. And I'd like you to make a perception check, as Lupus very unsubtly does something.
80.
Let me check Lupus's thing. This is quite funny. To think that this is where we're gonna be in a couple of years' time when this campaign develops. Smiley face. Let me roll. Oh, Lupus, I like that, but there is no hope in hell. Wait, is there a hope in hell? There is no. That's a 61. Yeah, no. You see that
No.
Lupus is no. You see Lupus is very unsubtly trying to clean off part of one of his claws, as he's kind of trying to wipe something off of the claw onto the other one.
Astra just blinks. You know that slow blink of, why the fuck are you still here?
Oh, I apologize. Am I interrupting something?
There was something else.
Ah, yes, some slightly awkward news. In relation to recently reconnecting with you, I had something for you that I meant to give to you years ago, but I didn't think you would be too fond of. And Lupus proceeds to reach into his bag and pull out what looks like a small box of some sort. It seems like something that's really, really folded up on itself. Would you like to open it? Question mark.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's more like I guess it's more like a package than a. Yeah. So as you unwrap it, it appears to be a small globe with random points marked on it. Well. Oh wait, I should probably explain how it works. Tap your fingers on the on those little red markings. I think your fingers should be able to reach.
Tap the red markings.
As you tap them, the globe starts levitating out of your hands, like maybe a couple of inches away from your hands, and begins to spin. And Lupus steps forward, tapping the red markings and drawing them to one place. And almost as though like a small screen kind of projects a small image of that current location, which is just outside of Astra, just outside of Astra's orchard, as it's just from Astra is well aware that this is her orchard. And it's quite strange, and it takes a few seconds to click. But when it does, you're like, Astra realizes that this object that she is currently interacting with is basically a scrying globe.
If it's a scrying globe, then who is it following?
Well, quite easily. It's not following anyone. I thought I would choose somewhere that was familiar to you. You're welcome to try and scry in on someone specifically, but this is I thought I'd give this to you as a way of allowing you to keep track of things. As I'm aware that you haven't exactly had the easiest time keeping in contact with myself or anyone else. And I know it's been a little bit difficult trying to contact a goddess when there's many layers of magic and illusory spells and things like that. So this should be an easier way to keep in contact with both myself, any of my elites, Ziffy, Lilac, or generally just anyone. And it's a one-way communication until you allow a second way. So, a little bit of tech, I guess, I developed to help you. That way it prevents... I'm glad you like it. It should prevent the awkward 30, 40 year gap of silence we've had between the two of us. It's nice to have you back again, Astra.
Do expect some rants. And before you, how long are you going to stay? Because before you go, I would like you to explain to me how you managed to enter. I'm rather curious. Aside from me allowing you to, how did you manage to find this place?
Well, about that.
Were you scrying on me?
No. If I was scrying on you, Astra dear, you would have been able to detect me almost instantly.
I mean, you're not wrong, but...
Exactly.
Do tell.
Well, you should have some degree of awareness that if I do this, and Lupus flicks himself in the nose, and you can feel almost a slight ping in your telepathy of just a general sensation of ow. You should have probably guessed, although I'm more than willing to elaborate. Do you remember a while ago when I tried to seal Lilith away and reject her from being allowed anywhere near Lunarius in the afterlife?
I believe so.
Well, essentially, I took part of Lunarius's soul into myself. So I've got a little bit of access to some of the information he has, though it's more of a working partnership now than a teehee, I take part of your existence.
So, you're like a little godling?
I guess. Although I wouldn't exactly call myself a godling. I'm able to access this information, provided Lunarius allows it.
Alright.
Don't worry, I'm not going to randomly pop in at inconvenient points. I'm sure you and Paradita like to cuddle and observe the sunset here, which I must say is very beautiful.
It is.
Anyway, if you'd like, I can stick about and chat for a while, or I can allow you to mellow out a bit.
I think we've got some catching up to do. I
Well.
mean, I haven't really been outside of the orchard since then, so this is the most that I've left.
Well, after my son and Lilac's daughter have finished baking, I guess I'll call it that because it's funny in my head. They're probably less accurate to say. Perhaps you can come and visit the guild.
Should I do it through conventional means or by somewhat inappropriate and possibly somewhat destructive?
Well, assuming you're talking about how fast you move, I don't think we'd like to deal with any tidal waves today, as much as it is fascinating to watch you run across water.
I meant a bit more magical in nature and a bit more earth moving.
Ah, yes, I
Yes,
should
I
have
am
thought of that,
talking about
not you
life.
going zoom. I would prefer that you kept it a little bit more subtle. We don't want to alert any the Lily and Beast cult. Unfortunately, they're pesty.
So
But
if a baby chocobo arrives,
Astra,
yes.
why?
Okay.
I know why. Well, I know why, but why?
It's funny. And it's a good disguise.
True, but it will look like I'm talking to myself, like some sort of nut job.
But it doesn't. I meant on the ship back whenever the others leave. I mean, I can turn back once I get into the guild.
You would assume that I would have thought about that before I came here, but apparently not. Yeah, that would work. Though there is something that I should mention briefly. I've done a little bit of digging into what's coming. That's a really good time for the music to fade out. I've done a little bit of digging into what's coming up for, well, our battle and our adventure, and I might be deciding to include Group U in this year's Lilith Purge. But I thought it would be worth involving them as, well, they seem to have been making some slightly better progress, I guess if you can even call it that. And let's think. I was also going to ask if you think that Karina would be interested in joining us as well. Or maybe I should ask her directly, I don't know.
I think it's going to have to be a question that you're going to have to ask her.
Well, I mean, if it works, it works, but, there's something else I feel like I'm forgetting.
Have you met Twilight?
Unfortunately, I think I have. Karina's daughter that likes to try and be creepy with the big hammer, and seems to have a fascination with kneecaps.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, I am very much aware of who Twilight is.
Apparently, when everyone arrived, she decided to crawl down the stairs.
That sounds absolutely brilliant.
It's ridiculous, and honestly, I love it.
Well, for your adopted daughter, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Oh, and one last thing before I have to head off for a little bit. I am actually on my way to go and visit Narek for the first time in a while.
Oh?
Yes, well, since Lunarius has given me a little bit of access into rough trajectory between the realms of different gods, I thought I might pop over and, go and visit him after I assumed he was dead for the last 20 years. It'll be a nice time, I guess. I'll have to go and get Ziffy first, but it'll be a pleasant reunion.
Yes.
Right, well, I best be off.
See you again soon.
Of course. And Lupus turns and just basically he turns to look behind him, turns back towards Astra, and just slowly backs out of the hedge. Like, just slowly
Astra face
disappears and
palms.
just kind of dissolves into the hedge and vanishes. You can tell that he has left your dimension at this point. Okay. We move on to also, I'm gonna remove that tiny army of the tiny army of birds off the screen, just because I've got their tokens stashed somewhere else for now, and they are distracting me slightly. So we move back into the material plane. Smile. This sounds so dumb. Where Penton, you are approached by Alistair.
Oh, hello there.
Well, Penton, tell me.
Yes.
You worked with Mase. I'm Mase's relative. Don't you feel it would be extremely funny to have some bonding time, talk to each other, and eventually
What?
Oh shit! Yes, I haven't elaborated yet. I've told Carl and Mira, but I am unfortunately related to Mace. I would like to clarify at this point in time, Penton and Alistair, you're both in a room, but there is nobody else in this room at the moment.
Oh. It's nice to meet you.
'Tis a pleasure. But let me drop the noble act. Though I'm sure my voice will probably decide to continue the posh mannerisms. But I believe you and I should probably hash out some issues that we might have with one another. I'm sure that you're probably not the most fond of the idea that I guess would be your arch nemesis is my great uncle. But
yeah, that is a little disturbing, yes, just to learn literally just now, yes.
Well, how about I undisturb it by saying that I absolutely hate the man and he is a bastard.
Right. For the purpose of this conversation, I'm going to choose to believe that.
Okay, well, how about I show this? And Alistair pulls... Oh god, this is going to seem really awkward. Alistair loosens his tie a little bit and shows off the right side of his collarbone, where there are fang marks that are permanent scar. Like, it seems like there's a permanent bit of scar tissue there. If this gives you any clarification, I got this the last time I met my great-uncle. I have no wish or intent to go near the man, and I would quite like to put my rapier between his eyeballs.
Well, too bad. I already put my thumbs between them.
Well, thumbs, a rapier blade. I'm sure both would be sufficient.
I'll choose to believe you from now. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Oh, of course. I would assume that you'd be doing so. Tell me, is there any way that I can, I guess, gain your trust without having to outright murder something or someone? What would I need to do to prove that I'm trustworthy, I suppose?
Thing. I'm just keeping my eye on you. I'll be able to see if you're a good person. Or if you're just taking us for a ride. If you're an informant.
Trust me, I'm not any sort of informant. Are you even aware of how I got to this guild in the first place? I feel like that might be an interesting story that strikes a violin string with you.
Oh, I'm not aware. I'm sure you're about to tell me.
Would you like me to tell you, or would you like me to leave you alone? It's your choice.
I've got nothing else to do, so spit it out.
Charming. Well, the reason I'm at the guild is because I tried to go and discover where my parents had gone. After I'd been brought up on my own by a few animals in the wild. Not exactly the most gracious thing in the world, but you would be surprised how good bears can be as parents until they realize that you're a human and try to eat you. Well, I'm not entirely human. Desert Hollow Fox bloodlines and things like that, but
How long did that last?
a few years. Not exactly the most thrilling time, but I ended up encountering my great uncle. Didn't exactly go well, as I'm sure you can tell, and ended up getting raised by this traveling bard. I forget what her name was, as I wasn't exactly intelligent enough at that point to fully comprehend what she was saying. She spoke a lot in Elvish. But after a while, I ended up wanting to go back and ended up separating off from her a few years ago, and ended up bouncing between places until I learned of my noble heritage, and wanted to go back and find out. And then proceeded to be captured by Alstramira's father, and then tortured. And he cut my legs with such a degree of precision that all of my nerves were severed, so I couldn't walk. Fun times. So I arrived at the guild, half dead, nearly beaten within an inch of my life, and unable to walk. Somewhat similar to you, I believe. Though less leg damage, I suppose.
Or all over damage.
Well, at least you're able to walk, I suppose. And you did get looked after. You did get brought back by that. What was his name again?
Orc.
Yes, I forget what his actual name is, though.
It was Gort.
Ah, yes, Gort. Quite the handsome fellow, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Well, not as handsome as the bird riding twin Carl. I'm not sure whether you two are on a first name basis or not, but he's quite the handsome man. Anyway, I feel like knowing where I came from would be a bit of a tension reliever between the two of us. I intend to have a similar conversation with that Mado fellow. After all, a group with tension isn't a good one. Because it's just awkward.
Then this isn't a very good group.
Well, I can't disagree with you on that one. You've got three nobles, a pair of twins from Tiefling Vieran twins from a very high-ranking guildswoman and champion of a goddess, a noble with questionable reputation, myself, and then two, well, yes, another noble, who is also a child, and then the Sleeping Wolves Guildmaster's son. Not exactly the most, quiet group in the world. Oh, and then yourself, obviously. Do
What
say.
would I be?
Well, probably the charisma of the group, I would say. Between me and yourself, I would say that we would probably end up carrying most of this group in terms of any sort of practical conversation.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. I will choose to believe what you've told me for now. But forgive me if I'm not the most trusting.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. I would be a bit weirded out if you trusted me at first. But watch my watch my back, watch my sword hand as I strike down the enemy, and I'll let you decide. If you don't like
So
me.
you're sticking around, are you?
Oh, of course. It would be rude of me not to. Also, you do a good job of looking after our kid. He seems to like you quite a bit.
What?
You heard me. I think I remember overhearing the guildmaster at one point saying that he was pretty impressed that someone of your skill set was doing so well with his son. You're able to handle a kid that's more mischievous than even the guildmaster knows what to do with sometimes. So, pretty good.
Well, I'm used to getting up to mischief, so you know. It's no big change for me, really.
Well, it seems like you're part of what keeps some of the members of this group here. So, take that as you will. Anyway, I must be on my way. Before Mira gets over here, I think that's her in the distance.
Okay then. Good day.
And Alistair very gently bows before leaving.
I'm just gonna look confused and turn away.
Oh my Jesus Christ! Fucking hell, not that loud! Bloody hell! Ow!
That wasn't even me doing it loud. Oh my god.
I pee my eardrums.
I cracked my teeth again.
Ow. Alistair starts moving very swiftly in the opposite direction.
Honest.
Ow. Rip my eardrums.
What is happening? Someone TLDR me. I just inhaled a roast dinner and I feel fine.
Basically, you are now approaching Penton. You can, I guess, pop back in and watch the bits that you missed.
Will do, my dude.
But you are now approaching Penton.
Hi, Penton. Oh, you're so into Astra. That's cool.
Mira, you're talking to me.
Yeah. Well,
This is new.
yeah, I know. I mean, we haven't really spoken since the library incident, and I was thinking that maybe we should fix that because Xanis does not like me being mad at you.
Doesn't like you being mad at me for the book you pawned off on me because you didn't want the responsibility.
Exactly.
Right. Imagine why you wouldn't want that.
Yeah, I really should have looked at the book. It really didn't help that it was a limited edition, one of a kind, signed by the author with gold print on it. Point is, I guess you're not wholly to blame.
Go on.
And I'm sorry for getting so mad at you about it.
Yes, continue.
And, well, I was pretty mad that you slapped my beef jerky away, but I guess I would have gotten a food poisoning infection if I had eaten it, so thanks for not making my tummy hurt.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And, yeah, I think what you're doing with Xanis is nice, I guess, but, I mean, Alice, what even was that?
What do you mean?
Well, you really hurt her, you know. She took it really hard. I've never seen her quite like that. I mean, I don't know much about love, but I think she genuinely was quite into you.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't working out. I do regret dropping her so hard. But it's how it is.
Well, why didn't you say anything sooner? Why did I have to be the one who had to do it?
I thought she would get the hint, to be honest.
Yeah,
Wasn't exactly
well...
being subtle.
Yeah, but Alice is really dumb. Like, she can't even read. You kind of have to spell it out to her. Like, IDONTLIKEYOU exclamation mark. Like that.
I think that would confuse her more.
Yeah, probably. She's not very good at stringing letters, so I guess you would have to write it down and then you would have to hand it to someone to read to her in like a soothing kind of way, like those library readers, you know.
Yeah, well, I burned the fuck out of that bridge. But maybe sometime in the future, we can try and rebuild it.
I hope so. I mean, I don't think that I mean, her letters say that she really, 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 really wants to kill you, but I don't think she really, 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 really wants to kill you. Like, I think there's a
haven't received so
tiny
many
bit.
death threats since I was running with Mase.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she definitely wants to chop your head off, but I don't think she wants to, you know, quarter you. So I think that means there's a little bit. I don't know. I think she wants to, like, maybe if she was like one of those people that chops down trees. I forgot what they're called. Like she's one of those log people, chop down trees. I think that's what it was. Lumberjack. That's the word. Thank you, inner brain. I think she was one of those. Maybe that's why she really likes chopping off heads. But like, she doesn't want to chop off your legs or your arms or like the rest of you.
It's part of the problem. It's an obsession. She really needs to get it sorted out. Like the amount of time she's like, "Oh, I want to pull off your head, Penton." It's like it's weird.
Maybe that's just how she shows affection. I don't know. I mean, she says it about everyone apart from me. But then again, she's always threatening to chop my enemies' heads off. Like, especially when I told her that you're not be jerky off, then that definitely head pop up. But my point is, getting back on track, I think maybe there's a tiny part of her that does not want to knock your head off entirely. Like, maybe if she were like an executioner, she would fumble the execution. So there'd be like one strand of your neck still attached. So I think that would be like, that would be it.
What the fuck are you talking about, Mira?
I'm saying she doesn't fully hate you.
There we go.
So like,
Sin you left? What? Just say it. I mean, really.
I'm just trying to get around to it. Like, illustrations. I like the picture books. Point is, you know, if you just talk to her and apologize, then maybe she won't chop your head off.
I'll take that under advisement.
Yeah. And also, like, I don't know, get her a new fishing rod, something like that. Get her one of those how to read books with like the big pictures and like the big letters where you have to like trace over the letter, and it teaches you how to pronounce it as well. So you just have to like write over the A, and then it says ah, like that.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a bookstore you can go find one. I think it would be a good start.
Yeah. Will do. Not that bookstore.
Wait. Oh my god, why is it that kind of bookstore? Why is it right there? Why?
Oh, I meant the library. Never mind.
Oh no! Did you know? I think the librarian's like sister is here because when Simon and I were like there together.
You too.
Hi Milo, how are you?
Wrong
See
one.
you
I'm
there. How are you?
10 out of 10, grand star performance!
Who is this?
I'm Astra.
I'm crying. Excuse me.
Rewind. Hi Astra. Hi Astra. How are you?
Astra, do you have something to add?
I'm just here to call you both in.
Oh, is it dinner time?
I guess something like that.
Okay, let's go have dinner. Maybe Milo will actually be there.
Oh my god. Professional.
Sarah, you really
Professional. Professional moment. Recompose yourself, take a moment. Okay, so.
are. As you can see,
I'm not-
I think you can hear.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry. It just.
I don't know how you got Milo out of you two.
I don't know. My brain was like, I don't know what voice she's doing. Is it Karina? Is it Astra? No, it's
I do
definitely
Karina. I'm Karina.
Woman.
Ooh, no, that's Agatha.
Karina.
Anyway.
It's Karina when she's drunk, or Astra when she's drunk. Is Astra drunk?
No.
No, she's
Oh.
incorrect. She's probably a bit drained from magic or something. I don't know.
a sober
Anyway.
person
She's
could
acting
be
like
right
that.
now.
Okay, anyway.
If y'all can
Oh.
jump on mute, please, while I describe what's occurring.
Jesus.
Oh my god, my cheeks, man, they hurt.
Back to Spyro.
Yes. So it's been quite a while. Like, it's now approaching the later end of the evening. Like, the sun is starting to go down. And you can hear like people down in the town are returning to their homes as Astra calls everyone back inside. And on the table there's somehow seats placed for everyone. But you are not pulled to the table where Karina and Casper are just finishing up dinner. You are instead pulled upstairs to Astra's study, or just by the door of it. Okay. And Astra ends up going into the room and does a thing. Wait. Oh no. Did the stream view disconnect? Stream view disconnected. Oh no. It's fine. It's reconnected. It's okay. Nothing's wrong. Smiley face. Wait. No. Don't open it. Do not. Stop. Cease. Anyway.
We're currently experiencing some technical issues.
I opened the wrong tab, and I forgot that if you leave a tab for music open too long, it refreshes and unpauses it, so it started playing. Anyway, during this, Astra enters the room, and she opens the door to reveal Xanis and Cae, who seem a bit more with it, I guess. They seem a lot, like, just from general body language, they definitely seem a lot more in tune with themselves. Does anybody have anything to say to these two?
How do you feel?
Wow, Xanis, Cae, welcome back.
Well,
How was it?
Well, it wasn't exactly the most interesting experience. I feel okay, I guess. Not exactly unusual, but it's nice. It was nice. Although it did feel like wandering around a garden for several years. But
That sounds so relaxing.
it was. And then
Very boring.
yeah, it was pretty boring. Not gonna lie. As Xanis speaks up, and his voice sounds like it's dropped. Like, he's gone from sounding very childish to kind of flatline. Yeah, it was kind of boring. Not gonna lie.
Damn, kid, your voice.
Yeah.
What?
It's different.
What? I'm just not talking like a child anymore, because it's harder to pass off. And?
Wait, what do you mean you're not talking like a child anymore because it's hard to pass off?
I mean, nothing. My voice is definitely lowered, Mira. Don't worry. And Xanis,
Okay.
Xanis pats Mira on the head.
I'm still waiting for mine to drop.
What?
Oh,
Well,
Mira.
Mira. Just because I hit it before you did, don't worry, your voice will maybe drop as well. Anyway,
Ah.
whatever that is, it smells really good. I'm starving. Also, it's good to see you again, Patches. It's been a while. Well, for you it's been like half a day, but...
Cute kid.
Anyway,
I'm gonna stop calling you kid now.
yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Well then, shall I go down for dinner?
Xanis is already sprinting down the hallway. The moment he heard, shall we go... He didn't even hear the word dinner.
Fair enough.
Good to see that hasn't changed.
Well,
Come on.
he was always a bit of a foodie, I guess. What is for dinner anyway? Well, I should probably go find out.
Yeah.
And the group are taken downstairs for food, where there is a whole feast laid out. A collection of like cured and non-cured meats, cheeses, different fruits and vegetables on this massive serving board. Like, it spans half the table. And there's like lots of different like broths and soups, and it seems like Karina and Casper have gone above and beyond to make food. Does anybody want to ask them why?
Wow. Ma, yeah. This seems like a lot.
Well, your mother and I, we were supposed to be celebrating today, but because your mother's been stuck at the guild because of useless number 1 and useless number 2 having been their usual selves, your mother and I would be celebrating, what? Oh, God, how long has it been now? 30? ish? Somewhere around there. I think it's about 31st anniversary. Been married for a while, and we were supposed to be celebrating today, but unfortunately, duty calls and things like that. So we thought we'd invite you all to join us in celebrating. I would like to point out there's a fuckload at the table. It literally looks like someone has tried to... It's like on par with a small noble feast. The amount of food that is here.
It's time to devour.
Yeah, I'll wait until someone else starts eating, and then I'm gonna start eating.
I've already started eating.
Oh, well, that's fine. Oh,
Thanks,
right,
good
that's
to
fine
know.
then.
Yeah.
Oh my
I have
god!
a I have a
Start taking all the
question.
chicken wings!
Yes.
Twilight,
Yes.
where is she?
On the ceiling.
Oh, for
What?
fuck's sake!
Excuse me?
Twilight!
Why is there a toddler on the ceiling and why can't I do that?
She drops down and lands behind Mira. Hi!
Oh my god, hi! How are you? You're so tiny! What are you doing?
I'm great. How are your kneecaps? They look brilliant.
I
Mira.
am great, not like my mum's, because they're
Mira.
really bruised. Karina, beat her up a lot. And, yeah. What about yours? They look swell for, how old are you? Quite young?
Mira.
So,
Uh-huh.
why aren't you at the dinner table? You should, sit down or something, because Penton is definitely going to get through those chicken wings before you if you don't, sit down. Also, Milo, why do you look like you're about to throw up?
Milo looks absolutely terrified.
Twilight,
Where's her hammer? Where is her hammer?
you hear a heavy swing noise as she lifts it up, and Twilight moves up to Mira's ear and goes, "Your kneecaps are mine later." And she leaves the
God.
room.
We're gonna play Patacate.
No, you're not.
Oh, we're playing Patacate!
Hot splatty cake.
Yes!
What is wrong with that child? Seriously.
Are you talking about me or the other one?
You.
I mean, they're both pretty weird. Xanis pops his head up from the bowl, it's basically got a bowl and a plate in front of him at once, and he is just devouring. There is different I think meat juice on just underneath his chin, where he's just been tucking in. Well, both Mira and Twilight are kind of a bit weird. Though Twilight seems fun, but Mira.
Are you saying I'm not fun?
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying okay, Milo.
I don't think there's anyone here who isn't at least a little bit weird. Let's be real. I'm just looking around at everyone like.
Oh my god, so true. Such facts.
Well,
Weird.
Thank you.
no, I think
You have perception as a personality.
I mean, we're all pretty weird if you look at it. You've got a pair of twins, one of which gets loafed on by a bird, the other one which is... Actually, no, I think Milo's kind of
Milo.
normal. Milo's kind of normal.
Milo's tall. That's definitely abnormal.
No, I've
I
seen...
think it's the shoes. It's the shoes. Look, see.
I mean, I've never seen... Why do you wear high heels, Milo?
So I can walk.
That makes sense. But you have Alistair. He's basically a fox boy noble who was raised probably in a lot of money, but he's a fox boy. And then you have you, and then Jasper. He looks away from Jasper, and you have you, Mira. You're basically a green bean, and you're actually green. I can see the colors on you now. You're green.
Yeah, I've been green the entire time. Did you really not know?
No. I just called you green bean because you were you kind of looked like a green bean. You're really slender, and then you grew up, but now you're like one of those clocks that Papa Wolf uses sometimes to get me to pay attention because it's fun to watch the sand drop down. No,
Yeah, I'm green.
you are green. Also, food. And then Xanis basically goes back to wolfing down food.
Nom nom nom.
So the group end up, I'm assuming, collectively feasting and talking over the dinner table, with Xanis occasionally popping up to make random remarks about things, before the group is sent off to bed. And then you basically settle in for the night, wake up the next day. It is now the 22nd of May, 56 AR.
27th.
AR as in after reunion.
No. Is it 20? What's the date? The 27th.
22nd.
27th. Whoa! I had my notes as a 26. How did I get 26? Okay.
I don't know.
Well, that's the
Fix it
current
up.
day. That's the current
Maybe you
day.
can't count. Maybe you can't count.
That would
Mira.
make a lot of sense with Mira.
Yeah, I'm so bad at counting.
Sorry, I'm just upset after.
Xanis went, you.
I am
upset.
Moves on!
I'm upset now because I feel like it would be better if you just said something mean.
No. Xanis knows. He knows, man. He's analysed you. No. Anyway.
No.
Oh, no. Sorry, I'm not going to do that in case I get copyright struck. Moving swiftly onwards. Oh, is it time? I think it's time.
What?
It's
Take it.
time.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's time. Oh,
I
it
feel like
is
I'm about to
time.
get kicked.
Emotionally, yes. So the
Or
group.
the hammer.
No, although can everybody roll a hearing-based perception check?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Mira,
Twilight on the walls. On the ceiling.
Mira, you get
Yeah.
advantage and a +5 on top of that.
Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay.
So let me
Okay.
open. I think it's time. I think I know what it is. It's
What is it time for?
It's time! Oh no!
What is the time?
Oh,
What's the time,
no.
Mr. Wolf?
Oh no!
What does
Oh
that mean?
no!
What does it mean?
Advantage.
What does it mean? What does that mean?
Oh,
You'll see. You'll see.
for fuck's sake,
You will see.
man!
Okay.
What is
I
it?
rolled.
It's not dinner times, we just had that, so...
Yeah,
I
it's not
rolled
dinner time, it's breakfast
32.
It's breakfast time.
okay. So Mira, you definitely get woken up. Milo,
20.
yeah. I'm gonna roll for Carl. Give me 2 seconds because I don't have anything open.
Wow, imagine being
Well, I do.
prepared.
I do have everything open. It's not loaded because it decides to unload after a while.
Sorry.
What are you saying sorry for, Milo? Oh, it's
I
because
burped.
yeah. Oh, okay. Rosemary's not in the room, so I can't. Actually, just for a laugh, I'm gonna have Rosemary roll a perception check to see if she hears what is about to fucking happen.
Oh,
Yep.
oh no.
Yep,
What
Rosemary
have I
is.
done?
Why did I put you rather than Y? Penton.
18.
Yep. Oh god, this is fucking hilarious.
Actually, but I used luck point because I rolled a 1.
Oh, of course you did.
Luck points are pretty fucking good until you run out of them, and then you
OP.
cry.
OP.
I'm not even gonna question Xanis. I could have rolled a 2 and still succeeded. Fucking hell. Small child perceives. How the
He
fuck
knows.
does
He sees. He sees when he hears. He hears special.
How the hell is his perception so high? That's why. Oh yeah, I forgot that's a gunbreaker thing. Because he has expertise in perception. I closed his sheet!
You dum-dum.
She dupes a daisy.
I am a good DM. You wouldn't believe I have nearly 3 years of experience, if not more. Jasper, what did you roll?
17.
That's a success. Alistair? God, why am I enabling the... Alistair, please. Okay, that's no. No, Alistair sleeps well. Alistair sleeps through this. does Cae? I rolled a nat 1, so it was like a 3 total, I think. Oh yeah, Cae definitely perceives that. Cae is perceiving.
She's hearing,
Yes.
specifically.
Oh yeah, I didn't roll advantage for either of Xanis or Cae. Whoops. Oh well, it's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
I can't be asked.
They don't need it.
Yeah, literally everyone apart from Alistair succeeds. As you get woken up in the night to hear scuffling across the walls.
It is.
And you see Twilight with little climbing claws and little climbing hooks on her feet crawling around the place, but they're not making indents in the walls. They're like little, kind of like spider hooks, if you will, just clinging to the wall. And she uses her warhammer to tap Mira's knees, which make her legs kick instinctively, like a reaction test. And then you watch her crawl across the ceiling to leave the room. And that's the event of the night.
Oh my god. She's not very good at playing patty cake.
Why did we have to all be woken up with this?
Because Mira lets out a surprise noise. I can't be asked to try and imitate Mira's voice, but yeah. Yeah, basically that wakes everyone up. To then the group just seeing Twilight crawl across the ceiling and leave the room.
It's okay, she just wanted some like 3 in the morning patty cake. She's not very good at it. It's alright, I'll teach her.
Bed.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
still in bed.
I thought I was disturbed, child.
Xanis just lets out a snort at that before rolling back over to sleep. Okay, we roll around to the next morning. We're now actually on the 22nd.
Okay, good, fun.
So the group are asked by the Forest Guild to go and travel to Zodia via using the main roads. I'll re-up. I've had it on screen for a while for the stream, but I'll re-upload it for the party onto the podcast party chat so you can see it. Okay. So you've been given a map where you'll be travelling to Zodia, and you've been shown the safe path that you can take, or take a few days longer to travel from Honeymill to Zodia, but it will guarantee your safety. Or the group has been told they can take a shortcut down to Babur if they follow the coastline. That does run the risk of them getting attacked in the forest, but does mean that you'll get to your destination faster, as you can shortcut across the Babur and then go to Zodia via the shorter path. I would like to also emphasize you've already had your food, water, and whatever for the morning, and are currently sitting around a table.
Oh, why waste the time? The shorter path.
Because we might get eaten by man-eating plants or whatever.
I don't know. Milo, you know a lot about the forest. What goes on?
Well, you've got the Malboros, you've got death caps, you've got... what are they called? Basically living... grats. And then, was it... living trees that aren't very friendly.
I think most trees aren't technically friendly, and they're
But
quite
do they
new.
start walking?
What specific?
Walking trees.
Walking trees.
Oh my god, Alice is gonna have a field day if
Wait.
we're here.
Wait, does
There's
that mean...
no way. No.
Wait, so if we did take the shorter path, it would mean that we get to Zodia quicker, but I don't know. Do you reckon I don't know, Milo. Do you think we could take him? I think Carl's out. I think
Uh.
Carl's outside prepping those chocobos. That wait.
Well,
He's probably outside preparing Rosemary.
death cats are small, incredibly annoying, and tend to weaken you before they go in for the kill. Marlboros, I recommend don't getting bitten by them. Yeah, you'll end up melting. Literally. And I don't remember much about the Grats or the awakened trees, but don't get near them. No.
Well, it sounds like if we were to try and take a shortcut, we'd have to either take a small boat, maybe. Maybe we could pay for a small boat. That could work. We can go to Babo first and then Zodia, maybe. But I don't know what the ocean. I don't know if any of us are very good at, rowing, and there are quite a few of us. We'd have to get a big-ish boat.
I imagine that
Be
would
the
cost
first
quite
to
a
admit
bit.
I'm not the strongest, so I'm not rowing.
Me neither. I'm probably severely weaker than you, so.
Or maybe we could get some travel.
Can't we just get a plane?
Mira, not all of us are as rich as you, alright?
Oh right, yeah, good point.
Mira,
And-
I'm pretty sure that they don't have airships going that way either. Do you know of any, Milo, or?
Nope.
Yeah, I imagine you probably would have had to take the airship over from Zodia. Well,
If there was an airship option, they probably would have told us.
well, they might have. Either that or the Guildmaster was trying to save money.
Well, if we
Well,
want to go and take the
yeah.
shortcut, we're going to have to be extra cautious. And whilst the safe route is the safe route, you never know what could wander upon your path.
Let me go take a look and ask let me go take a look. Hold on. And then Xanis wanders off before coming back after a few moments. Well, from what I asked this drow elf guy who was talking to Astra outside, and he said we could probably get transport via the carriage. There's a chocobo that pulls a carriage down to We could try and take that, but it's gonna cost us a little bit. Nothing too much, but
What is everyone thinking? We've got our options
I'm
before
thinking I
us.
really don't want to have to walk through the forest any more than is necessary.
What were the options again? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
We walk the long path, we walk the shortcut, or we get a carriage.
Carriage does sound.
How much is the carriage?
Everyone gets us there fastest.
I think that the carriage is 150 gil for each of us. So not exactly expensive, but
Let's just do that then.
Perhaps we put it to a vote then. That'd make life easier.
Sure.
Okay, so Milo, would you prefer to take the carriage, shortcut, or long route?
If I'm being honest, I'd rather take the long route.
Okay, so that's an L. Carl taking the L. Rosemary doesn't get an opinion on this. Xanis is probably going to be more interested in taking the shortcut. Penton, shortcut, carriage, or long route? Shortcut is. Mira, shortcut, long route, or carriage?
Go carriage, man. I can afford it.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Jasper.
Tie.
Long route, short route, or carriage?
Is that me? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah. The long route,
Yeah,
the short route, or
carriage.
carriage?
Carriage, definitely.
Carriage. Oh god, then this comes down to Alistair and Cae. Fuck! Up, time
If
to
they
roll a
pick
one.
shortcut, I'm gonna scream. Please, please don't pick short.
Oh no. Okay, there's 3 options. Roll a d6. If it's one or 2. Okay. 1, 2 is the shortcut.
I
2,
picked a
3.
class that's all about taking risks, so what would it be if I didn't take risks?
Touche. Okay.
Some of them don't have luck points.
Just be master of all trades,
Well,
dabs
some of
in
us can
5
suffer
plus.
then, can't
I have suffered enough.
Well,
Are you sure? Because you're making everyone suffer at this point.
Houston, we have a slight problem.
We're going for the
What?
We're
short.
tied, aren't we?
Oh.
Milo and Carl are the only 2 that have opted for the long route. Xanis, Penton, and Alistair have all opted for the short route.
Okay.
Oh,
Mira, Jasper, and Cae have opted for the carriage.
So the people that
Shortcut
didn't
it
go.
is.
So
No,
no.
So-
The people that voted for the 2 that voted for the other have to now vote for either of the new 2 options.
Shortcut it is.
oh.
So-
democracy.
Can I have another vote because I really
you
don't want to
guys-
take the shortcut.
If you guys could let me summarize before you go, oh shit, okay, we're taking the shortcut. Technically speaking, the long route and the carriage both go the same way, so by majority, the long route via carriage is being done. Not the shortcut, because technically speaking, it's a 5 to 3 vote. So you can breathe.
This is
That's
bullshit.
absolute bullshit. But it favors me, so I like this bullshit.
Well, the vast majority is that
Options are
taking.
slightly similar, so therefore.
Okay. Let me clarify. The long route and the carriage, so going by foot or going by carriage, taking that long route, would both technically still be taking the same route. Unless you're taking a carriage through the forest, which is just a bad idea. So,
That'd be
technically
funny,
speaking, you guys are going to be going the long route via voting, and the carriage is the most voted out of that. So, you guys are taking the carriage, so everyone cough up 150 gil.
Okay, I literally spit 150. No, I don't.
I literally
Brave.
spit money.
Oh, I have
I
to do
spit
maths.
money at the ground.
Calculator save
Just
me.
150 separate gil pieces. Just
Looks secretly at 2 million gil.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my
shit,
god,
that's a...
Peloton.
your secret 2 million gil.
It looks secretly at giant bag of money I'm holding around.
Unironic,
There's no wonder Xanis was able to steal it.
unironically,
He's stronger
your
than I am,
gil
much stronger
pouches
than
are magical to some degree, in that they are able to contain an unlimited amount, but at the same time, they will not change physical size. They will just be a coin pouch.
But no one knows that Penton
Nope.
is a millionaire.
And they don't know that Xanis is either. Smiley face.
Damn.
Take that out of Alistair's pocket. So that's 0.
It's fine. I think this is literally the first time I've used money in this campaign.
I've used money constantly. I even dropped 100 grand on you all, if you remember that, to help us with the Mado fight.
That's a good point.
Yeah. That was really
It was
cool
never
of
brought up
you.
again.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, thanks, Penton, and then we just. Yeah.
Forgot. You mass forgore.
What?
Never mind. Has everybody
should
dropped the
I take-
150 money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I take it off my set? Okay.
Yeah.
It's in your treasure pouch.
From my treasure.
Yeah, from
There it
from
is.
the treasure page.
Okay, I'm just gonna Google how to do that.
Mm. So the carriage is going to probably take a couple of days to get from point A to point B. So, if you like, I can roll to see whether you get disturbed on your travels.
Yes.
Or, okay.
Sure.
Entertain
Milo, no.
Entertain! Entertain!
Yeah,
Got-
50 Marlboros or whatever.
Hell yeah,
descend
dude.
upon us,
God no,
and
God no.
we'll get like dissolved or something, and then eaten.
That would be really
Okay.
funny though.
No, we lost Jasper. Shame.
It's
Shame.
evil.
Oh, what a shame!
Okay, so is anybody keeping watch while you're on the back of this chocobo-drawn carriage? Which, by the way,
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man.
if you want,
Yeah.
if you guys want, later on, I will allow you guys to purchase just a carriage to attach to Rosemary. Eventually,
Can she carry all
Yeah,
of us in
I'll
on a
watch.
carriage? Or-
just for context, Rosemary has 29 strength right now. Bird
Yeah,
is
but there's
dummy
a lot of
thick. Yeah, she's also large in size.
yeah, she's like huge. Yeah.
If she were to apply full force, she could probably crush a full-sized human underneath her if she put her full weight down.
Mummy Rosemary.
Get the fuck
Perish.
out.
Okay, so Milo's taking first watch. So nothing happens for hour 1. Hour 2, you notice some rustling in the bushes that startles the chocobo, but it seems to carry on. How many hours, by the way, Milo, are you keeping watch?
Um,
I'm assuming I've already rolled 2, but I should probably ask this beforehand.
I guess 4 hours?
Okay. So hour 3. There appears to be something moving in the bush. You can choose to just ask everyone to hush down a little bit, or you can take a pot shot at whatever is moving inside the bush.
By pot shot, that would mean using my incredibly loud gun.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, as you move past it, you notice a leaf bunny just pops out, minding
Oh
his
my
own
God, I
business.
want it.
Does that mean you're jumping off the back of the cart mirror?
What does it look like before I absolutely it turns like a mimic bunny and I die?
I will tackle.
That would be so funny. That would be hilarious.
Let
Hello, do
me.
you see the bunny?
Yeah, what does it look like?
Oh,
Is it
sorry. I'm
cute?
trying to find a good image because there are so many. No, I don't want the unlucky rabbit. That's just sad.
What
Okay,
about
there we go.
Okay.
Show me the bunny.
It will be in Jester's Palace.
With us clowns.
That is what the leaf bunny looks like.
Oh, it looks so evil! It's definitely going to mutilate myself. Okay. Milo, will that thing kill me if I touch it?
The question is Milo going to respond quick enough before you guys move away from where it is?
Milo, will that thing kill me?
Milo turns to look at Mira. You jump off this carriage. We're not stopping for you.
Okay, but will it kill me?
Who knows? Anything can kill you if it tries hard enough. Including me at this rate. I swear to God, Mira.
Can I roll nature?
The carriage has already moved past where the leaf bunny is at this point.
Bunny!
Okay, and hour 4.
Can you at least tell me if the bunny would have killed me?
Probably not.
It's true
but-
neutral in alignment, that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
Probably not, but
Really
if you
hate
spook it or threaten it anyway, or if it believes you're threatening it, it'll probably attempt to kill you.
Oh, I could have had a pet bunny. I hate this campaign.
Listen,
L, you've already got Clucky too.
Take the L.
we can get you a pet bunny. We can get you a pet bunny, okay?
Just
So
not now.
the same
Yeah,
thing
fine.
happens again as Milo is educating Mira. You see another thing moving in the bushes.
Oh my god, bunny.
Just ignore it.
Oh my god. A group of 6 leaf bunnies hop out of the bush.
Why?
Bunny!
I'm holding on to Mira.
I'm also holding on to Mary.
My incredibly weak strength. I'm holding on to Mira.
Do you want to roll a
Alright.
contest of strength, Mira?
I'm also holding on to Mary, so do we get
Okay.
one of us get
Yeah,
advantage?
so you'd put your rolls together, because I know you both have a minus to strength.
We
I think
both
all three
have
of you have
zero.
minus to strength.
Okay,
I
I
was
have a
Or
minus
zero.
strength.
If you want to
That's an
contest it,
11.
Mira, you can, but...
It's an 11.
I got a 7.
Okay, yeah, no.
fine.
That's not happening. Also, oh my god, the amount of time you keep this mic in the session. Okay.
I'm just holding her shoulder.
Yeah, I thought that's what the noise was. Okay, so who's taking watch next? The first 4 hours of your trip are done.
Me, because I could be another bunny when everyone's sleeping.
Oh my god. If
We're not
Mary is
sleeping.
taking watch, I'm also taking watch.
Is it the middle of the day?
Yes.
We're not
You would
sleeping.
you would say this trip will take about, with the chocobo and trying to make sure it's not wearing itself out, it'll take about 36 hours taking that path, as it's quite a slope. This island is massive, but this chocobo is a very, very old and very, very strong chocobo. We'll put it that way. It's got a lot of movement.
Won't you need to sleep like multiple times during a 36-hour trip?
Nope, because it's not the first time this bird's done this trip.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because the person who is currently
Oh,
The
don't
person-
delete it, you coward!
the
Wrong chat.
the first person, like the person who is currently, you would, to clarify, out of character, so out of DM mode, the person currently leading this carriage is a chocobo knight themselves, and this chocobo that's leading the carriage has been given a lot of endurance training. We'll put it that way.
Cool.
That's why it is consistent. So who's going next, and for how long?
Me.
Sounds
Okay.
like me and Maria.
Okay, so you and Mira, how long are you both?
Maria's watching everything else. I'm watching Maria.
Okay, so
Yes.
okay, so how long are you guys keeping watch?
5 hours?
Okay,
Yeah, 4 or 5 hours, sure.
so the first hour of your watch, nothing happens. Yes, I am rolling for this individually. Second hour, nothing happens.
Bunny.
Oh no, it all went wrong.
What happened?
Oh no, it all went wrong.
What happens in the third?
Ah,
What is it?
oh no, it all went wrong.
Bunny?
What is it?
It's not a bunny.
It's a bunny.
Wait a minute, it's Marlboro.
It's a big bunny.
It's Mase himself. He's come to finish us off.
No, it's Simon.
For
He
no
couldn't-
fucking reason. He's just there.
No, it's a king Marlboro.
You wish I had that level of stat block ready. No. I think I may have to stop the session here. Yeah. A group of 4 death caps wanders out of the forest
Oh my
And-
god.
and surround the cart in a rectangular formation.
Oh my god, it's an Illuminati triangle.
It's a square.
Tangle.
So
I only have 7
That-
minutes of the session left.
that's where we're going to end the session, with the party being surrounded by 4 death caps in the 7th hour of their journey. I hope you
Dude,
all
I
enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
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 Hello.